In your life, you are probably going to be told many different things, some of which you will believe, and some of which you will not. But are you seriously going to tell me you believe all this gibberish that man actually landed on the moon? Are you insane? During the Cold War, we were in constant competition with the Soviet Union, and when they got the first satellite to the moon, America became absolutely hysterical and wanted to one-up them as soon as possible. On July 16th, 1969, America held its breath as they watched man take its first steps on the moon live from their flickering screens. But believing in this, man's one small step requires one giant leap of faith. Newsflash, NASA is as fake as my sister's nose. When the rocket was launched, the astronauts were inside, ready to fake why they were the boldest of the bold. But all they did was orbit the Earth for 8 days and then come back down. The footage that supposedly proves the moon landing was not filmed on the mysterious gray globe, but filmed on Earth. When they stepped on the moon, they stepped on our trust. The flag shown in the videos is waving, but on the moon there is no wind nor air, only atmosphere. This would be impossible. On the moon, the only source of light is the sun, but the shadows are being cast in completely different directions. Images have been photoshopped. Images located in the shadows are somehow illuminated. Images that clearly show the sun is behind them are somehow lit from the front when they should be a silhouette. The only explanation for this would be different light sources, which they only had the supplies for on a set. Also, not one picture taken on the mission matches the film footage. Film footage that NASA still claims was taken at the same time. Also, at this point in time, we did not have advanced enough technology to survive the radiation on the moon. The spacesuits, even though apparently made of different radiation-blocking materials, would still not have been nearly enough to protect the astronauts. But hey, it's only a bit of radiation damage, right? None of this could have taken place on the moon. It is simply too complicated for them to come up with the right technology to do so. NASA also made many mistakes in the production of their artificial lighting and photos and videos and sets of which they shot them. This is reflected quite obviously. Cameras were supposedly attached to the astronaut spacesuits, which would have made them very difficult to control and manipulate, because they could not see what they are doing. Somehow, the pictures still turn out crisp, clear, and perfectly composed. In these images, despite the clarity of deep space, there is not a single star to be seen in the sky. In the footage of the landing, the astronauts are heard talking and giving commands, but how would it be possible to hear their voices against the background of a roaring rocket engine? On all 6 of the moon landings, there is no blast crater seen underneath the lander and no marks left by it. How could there be no marks left by the lander, weighing 17 tons, but footprints left by man, not even weighing a fraction of the size? The images and footage NASA gives us is supposed to prove man went to the moon, but it does nothing but prove the opposite, that man never went at all. Evidently, NASA has messed up big time on this one. They lied to us and manipulated us. Why? I am not sure. Maybe to feel a sense of control, of power, of comfort that they can get away with bigger lies in the future. Maybe they did it for a purpose we cannot even comprehend. But this wasn't just NASA. This was the government. The government controls everything that happens behind our backs. Every secret, every lie, every scheme, every situation that we will never have any knowledge over. People believe what they want and want what they believe. If you think the moon landings are all the government ever lied about, think again. We are puppets in a show. Our every movement controlled by the government. This may be a democracy, but the people sure don't run this country. This is a constant cycle. We need to stop the cycle before the cycle stops us. Unite and revolt we must. We can no longer live in a country where knowledge is not a right given to us. Join hands and hearts alike Now is the time to win back our knowledge, to win back our freedom. This upheaval is worth taking risks for your people, for your country, for your world. Fight for your knowledge. Fight for your freedom. Make America great again.